Hello, I'm Penny Reeve. I'm an author. I write a whole bunch of different kinds of books. I can write picture books, I've written non-fiction, I write novels. I write novels for kids in primary school, I write novels for kids in high school. And I write a lot of different kind of stuff. And so when I go to schools and I talk to kids about my writing, one of the biggest questions is, where do you get your ideas? To be honest, I get my ideas from all over the place. You might as well. Sometimes I'll be walking down the street and I'll see someone wearing something interesting. I'm like, ooh, they'd make a good character. But a lot of the times my questions that I have are what ended up being in stories. I see something and I wonder about it. I wonder, what if? Or I wonder, what could happen? For one of the series of books that I've written, a series of books about a character called Tanya Abbey, these ones here, the question that drove those stories was, what can an average kid do to respond to the world's poor? What can an average kid do to help people, maybe children living in different parts of the world who struggle with poverty, who perhaps can't go to school because their family haven't got the money, who perhaps don't have good health because they can't afford to buy good medicine? What can the average Australian kid do in these sort of situations? And that question sort of bugged me. And so I invented a character called Tanya Abbey. And she's introduced in this book, The Back Leg of a Goat. And basically what I do with each of these stories is I give her a question to answer. Tanya, what are you going to do if you wanted to buy a goat from a gift catalogue? And that book looks at that one. This one here, Camp Max, Tanya's got to think through generosity. Is she willing to give? Is she willing to give up some things so that people in other parts of the world can have access to good health or to good food? In this book here, the question is, what can Tanya do to help with the issue of clean water? You and I we might take clean water for granted. I don't know where you live and I don't know your situation, but here in Australia, where I live, we've got lots of clean water and we just take it for granted. So when we want to drink, we can pour ourselves a beautiful glass of clean water and we drink it. But you see, some people around the world, they don't have that opportunity to have clean water. And if we don't have clean water, it can really impact our health. And it can be a really serious problem. And so I thought to myself, how could I write a story that would, I just need a drink, talking too much. Ugh. Ugh. Whoops. Wrong cup. There's even dog food floating in here. Who put that there? Gross. That's like goo. Ooh. This is what I wanted. That's good. It's lovely to be able to drink clean water. But some people living in different parts of the world don't have access to clean water. They might only have access to dirty water, which is going to make them sick. So when I was writing Water or Goo, I thought to myself, how can I help Tanya learn the importance between water and good water? How can she learn and what can she do to help allow kids all over the world to have access to clean drinking water? So in this story, there is a toilet disaster and a lot of things happen that Tanya learns about the importance of clean water, and she learns that she can make a difference. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but how about I read you the first chapter? The first chapter is called Ms. Flinder's Brochure. Tanya concluded her debate speech with style. Australia is in drought, she explained. The dams are almost empty, but each time we turn off the tap or take a shorter shower, we save water. The future starts with us. Tanya sat down in triumph. She pulled the elastic from her ponytail and let her brown hair flop onto her shoulders. There was no way their team would lose this debate. The crowd applauded. Ms. Flinders, their teacher, stood and clapped her ringed fingers. Well done to both teams, Miss Flinders said, but she looked mainly at Tanya. Your arguments were clear and well prepared. I will work on your scores during break time, but for now, she checked the clock on the wall, you can all have an early break. Off you go, but don't make too much noise in the hallway. Tanya let most of the class thunder quietly out of the room until there was just her, Emily, and Miss Flinders left. The two girls helped put the debate chairs back under the proper desks. Tanya loved debating. She was good at it. Miss Flinders said she had real potential to change the world. Tanya liked that as well. You did good, Emily helped with the last chair. Sean almost shot your team down, but when you stood up, they didn't have a hope. Tanya grinned. Thanks. Tanya, Miss Flinders called from where she was tidying her totally messy desk. I received some brochures the other day in the mail. Perhaps you would like one? She held the leaflet out for Tanya. It wasn't really a brochure. It was more like a photocopied advertisement. The smudgy photo showed a crowd of people walking down a city street, carrying placards that read, Water is life and Water for the world. It looked like a sort of recycled fashion parade that she, Daniel, Sam and Emily had organised only a few months ago, only several hundred times bigger. What is this? Tanya asked. It's the annual Water for the World March taking place this weekend. Did you know that there are over 1 billion people on Earth without safe water to drink? Tanya scanned the details on the ad. Date, Saturday the 14th. March starts corner of Park and Central Street at 10:30 a.m. Advocacy stalls from 9:30. What do you think? Ms. Flinders quizzed. She was always saying that you had to match what you said with what you did. I'll be there, Tanya said. She handed the leaflet back. Oh no, you keep that one. I have a pile to hand out at the staff lunch, Ms. Flinders laughed. Tanya followed Emily down to the seats under the gum trees. The oval was empty and the school quiet while the rest of the classes waited for the bell. Are you really going into the city to march with all those people like Ms. Flinders? Emily asked doubtfully. Why not? Tanya pushed the straw into her juice. Do you remember how Ms. Flinders congratulated us when she heard we bought those goats for the villagers in India? Imagine what she'd say when we turn up at the Water for the World March. We might even get an award from the principal, one of those contributing to society awards that come with a cheque. I don't think my mum would let me go, Emily interrupted. She tugged open her packet of crisps. And she popped a crisp in her mouth. I don't think your mum will let you go either. The next chapter is called What Mum Said. Do you think Tanya will make it to the Water for the World March? Sounds like she's just doing it to impress her teacher. But she's got a lot to learn, doesn't she? A lot to learn about the world and a lot to learn about what she can do to help make a difference. That's what this series is about. If you're interested, you can pop over to my website to find out some more information, www.pennyreeve.com.